Hello everyone, JRDeal96 here with a brand new reaction. As you can tell by the title, it's another Markiplier video and it's another animation. Now, I think it's based on Go, My Favorite Sports Team, based on, the thumbnail alone, and it's with Tyler and Mark. So, I am assuming it's about, Mark's first time rock climbing. Mark has done rock climbing, I think I remember some of the pictures he would post on his Instagram. One of them might have showed some bulge that he had to delete and then repost it cropped. This is like 2017, I think, when that happened, which was kind of funny. But I guess this is like the first time he was, he did rock climbing, because based on the thumbnail, based on the title, and based on the thumbnail, they're like, "Oh, I'm petrified. I'm fearing for my life, like Tony Khan." I don't know, but anyways, I wonder, how this all goes down. It's kind of funny that Mark has the headband around his head, because of his long ass hair that he has to keep, because God forbid there's another shot that he has to film for Iron Lung. I don't know. But anyways, let's get right into it. Well, for the let's react to this video, shall we?
But we are talking about a rock-based...
Oh, good lord. Speaking of The Rock, he just came back to WWE to challenge Roman.
Many years ago.
Wow!
Wow!
It was a
Ohio.
cold, somewhat rainy day in Ohio.
Was it?
It was? It
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
was the day after we had Skyline Chili.
That could be any day.
Skyline
It's
Chili.
true. But this day, we went to the famous gym in blah, 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 blah.
I never heard of that place.
So well.
And we climbed on the faithful walls of the climbing gym.
Of
What do you remember about rock climbing?
in that day.
That day...
Let me paint you a mind picture.
Yeah,
Mark's
all right.
diary.
I walk in. I've never been in a gym before, in a rock climbing gym before. I walk in. I know that there's walls and there's rocks, but I didn't understand the procedure of things, But I'd heard about it, and so I go in there, and I'm climbing up
Of course.
walls, and I'm like, ooh, this is fun.
I'm
Yippee,
Spider-Man.
yahoo. Would be. Meanwhile, Tyler is training for Ninja Warrior, and he's like,
Oh yeah, that's right. He is that. He was a part of that. He was doing it. I don't know if he made it or not. I'm not sure.
And then he basically, there's a wall with like a 45-degree incline.
Oh God.
Towards you, and he's like, I can do it, I can do it. And I remember you fell, and your hands were like degloved, at least to my eyes. Your hands just like were completely torn up. And I was just like, are you having fun? And he's like, yeah, I love it. And then he didn't make it into Ninja Warrior.
So, Mark, it's time to climb. You are climbing. You are climbing safely. You are doing climbing with a rope.
Oh, I didn't do that. I remember doing that when I was with a harness.
Rock.
The Rock.
Okay, yes.
Feet.
Oh good
That's
lord.
part of your body.
Wiki
that comes
feet.
with you.
Christ Almighty.
Fingernail.
No, not fingernails. They actually get in your way.
Extensions.
Oh God, no.
Finger extensions?
Like not like
Yeah.
Lady Deathstrike.
No.
All right. Underwear.
Oh God, no.
Probably a good plan.
I think that's the OnlyFans section.
Wind.
The Last Airbender.
I got
Oh
one.
my God.
Just in case I fall.
Avatar.
Back up.
Oh my God.
Love. I have love in my heart. I have chalk.
Good. That's on the list.
I have a cage of rabid wolves.
Oh God,
that
Lord.
are going to be at the bottom, so I never want to go back.
All right, so motivation. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Good motivation.
And then I have
Drones.
a fleet of drones to
Oh
film me
good
as I go.
God.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
documenting. Good.
Just 13 drones going.
Giving you like, a nice fan of your hair.
Well, you're gonna need your climbing rope. The
Oh,
very first-
right. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was bitch baby climbing. I thought we were free soloing here. Taking this shit over.
Yeah.
Here, look at me, everybody.
Oh good Lord.
You know someone in your life whose life is nothing but climbing. there's someone around you that climbs every day religiously. It is their religion. And they are dying. They're dying to recruit another
Needs
one
a
into their cult of
sacrifice.
climb. This is what happened to me with Tyler here. Those that climb, that's all they do. It's a drug, and they keep chasing it, and then they're like, yeah, just come to the gym. We'll go to the gym. Oh, great. Bouldering's great. Let's go outside. Just go outside and boulder.
Let's go outside.
Let's go on the mountain. Let's go on the mountain. Yeah, let's go on the mountain. You like a mountain? Don't worry. It's like an incline. It's not straight up. Oh, wait. Oh, straight up. I forgot the rope. We're free soloing. Ha ha. Come on.
The animation, the faces kill me. The freaking faces kill me, man. Oh, God. Oh, the facial expressions that the animators make for these characters is hysterical. Oh, God almighty. So, like, you kind of got, like, the first, you know, a tidbit of this, the first time they ever went to this rock climbing gym known as blah, 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 which is funny, in Ohio. And, you know, I think it was around the time when Tyler was training for American Ninja Warrior, and also Mark. This was, I guess, Mark's first time. Like, you don't really get the details of what happened to him, but you kind of get the details of what happened to Tyler. At one point, there was like a 45-degree angle incline, and I guess he couldn't make it, and he fell, and I guess he had some pretty, you know, nasty, you know, scrapes on his hands from trying to do the climbing. I do remember there was a time when Mark was still rock climbing back in 2016. There was a video he did. It's the one where he goes, who's Markiplier's girlfriend? Which is kind of like funny. He's taking this weird, you know, quiz thing, and he ended up getting the Gabby show. Didn't really age well, did it? And it was the video where she has to read her emo diary with, like, she looks normal in the beginning, and then she puts on her emo makeup. And then Mark's like, wait, I have to do it. And then he comes in like this. I'm ready. Bring on the emo. I've been transformed. And he's got, like, looks like raccoon eyes around his eyes. When he has the freaking red hair and shit. And at one point he has his hands up like this because he's trying to figure out... This is around the time when Mark kind of had a ceremoniously kind of hate towards Undertale for some reason. Was trying to make sure if there was no Undertale content on her channel. And he's like, oh, yes! He wasn't Paul Bearer, that was for sure. But he had, like, Band-Aids on his hands. Like, a lot of bandages on his hands. Like, Band-Aids on his hands. Because some people assumed it was from that one party that he went to with Matthias in their office, and when they were punching down this wall. And Mark punched it a couple times. I thought it was from that. But it was not. It was apparently from rock climbing. But yeah, like, you know, the memory I have for that. But again, you probably kind of heard me talk about the one time I did go rock climbing. This was back in 2010 on the cruise that I went on the Royal Caribbean's Grandeur of the Seas. There was a rock climbing thing in the very back of the boat, on the back of this ship. And I was kind of like, I want to try to make it to the top. It was a harness one. It wasn't like the rope like this one that was described in this story. Pretty sure there was a harness in that gym. There's no way that would really be terrible. That would really suck. But they put me in a harness, so to make sure, and also someone to hold on as I go up, to let me go, if I, you know, just to make sure that I don't fall to my death and they're able to catch me or whatever. So I'm climbing up and I'm almost to the top. I almost make it to the very top. I'm like kind of like 70-80% up there, but I couldn't make it because I was starting to lose strength. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm done. And then I just decided, just because the nerd in me, I'm gonna come down and land like Spider-Man. I'm 14 fucking years old and doing that shit. Fucking weird ass me. But yeah, that was the one time I actually ever did rock climbing. Very interesting stuff, if you say. And speaking of cruises, I will mention this right now. I'm going to be going on another cruise later this year. And it's the same cruise line that the last one that I went on, which is Norwegian. I'm going on that same cruise line. It's not to Bermuda. This one's different. I'm going to fucking Alaska. Alaska! So, how it's going to work is we're going to have to take a flight to Seattle. A place I've never been to before. So, we're going to be there for a cup of coffee, and then we'll have to board, the ship. This was originally a birthday gift for my dad's 60th birthday. It was a surprise gift, and me and my mother had to do this Mission Impossible mission to make sure that he would not suspect, because they had a cruise coming up the next month. This was back in October. They had another cruise coming up the next month. So, oh my gosh. It was so funny because we were talking to the same, agent, and he would have probably noticed it on his app because there's a Norwegian cruise app. So it was so, we were so nervous, oh boy, hope he doesn't see it. But so luckily, he did not. Surprisingly, he did not. So initially, it was just going to be him and my mother going. And we were driving home because we went out to a nice restaurant in Brooklyn. As we were driving home, they were asking me, I was kind of curious about, where exactly, Alaska you guys going to? And, I was kind of curious about it. And they told me, because the difference with the ship, because this ship is a lot bigger than the Bliss one. It's 13 stories, I've heard. And the one thing that sold me, and it's cheesy and stupid as it is, they have a go-kart track. Go-karting on that cruise ship. What the fuck? So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm kind of sold on that, because I've never done that before. I've really never really done go-karting. I've done bumper cars as a kid, but never go-karting. So I will be doing go-karting as long as there's no banana peels, boombox compensations, and blue shells, we'll be fine. So I'm going to be going on this cruise in May. It's going to be an entire week, so this is going to be interesting stuff. I'm going to be excited for that. Going to a place where I never thought it was probably the last thing on my bucket list, meaning the most unlikely thing I probably would have put on my bucket list. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I might as well go. That's really the reason, because, and also I want to spend time, with my, family a little bit, because I feel left out sometimes, because they usually sometimes go on, a little vacation down to Lancaster, and they go on cruises. They went on 2 fucking cruises last year. Back in March. I think it was for my mom's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. And then, no. It was one of them. It was for my dad's birthday. One of them. I don't know what the details were, but they had one cruise in March, and then they had another cruise in November last year, 2023. So it was, and I'm like, oh, all right, I'll just stay at home, and getting helped out by one of my cousins or my sweet grandmother to take care of the dogs. So there's that. But anyways, enough rambling. Overall, I really enjoyed the animation. The freaking facial expressions that some of the, for Mark or Tyler were fucking killing me, man. It was hysterical. Oh my god. So funny. The blah 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 part was pretty funny too. Oh my gosh. But anyways, there is a lot of videos that I really need to catch up on for Markiplier, especially for Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2. He posted a lot more videos. Hopefully he fixed his controller, because he was having trouble with it. He had to literally crawl to do that, which is really stupid. I may check out his Lethal Company series, because he's been playing that nonstop with him, Wade, and Bob. And here's another 3 Scary Games. 3 Scary Games 103 with Mr. Lunky in the thumbnail. So, I don't know. So there's some things to look forward to. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure to check out my Instagram because my code's Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, myself. I do Shenanigans cosplays on there, so go check it out. Be sure to check out my Tumblr and my Discord in the description as well. So until next time, JRDL96 signing out. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.